This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guy's quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Get It Done Guy listener Carmen writes in, I'm a student on summer break. I've been making good choices, ordering healthy food, devoting time to studying, and taking the stairs instead of the elevator. I have the willpower to make these choices now, but will it last? How can I keep making good choices back at school when I'm busy and stressed? Carmen, you've put your finger on the very crux of the paradox of human existence. And I'll bet you thought you were asking a simple question. We love the idea of willpower, only it's vastly overrated. Research into how people change shows that willpower is very rarely the key. Developing new habits is the key. Habits make us great. We figure something out, make it a habit, and never think about it again. It becomes a building block for new behaviors. But our habit-forming ability isn't that smart. If we wear plaid pants with a fluorescent paisley shirt and the boy, girl, or intersex we have a crush on compliments our outfit, quote unquote, our brain thinks, woohoo, pay dirt. We form a new habit and we never ever wear tasteful clothes again. But when we go on vacation, our habits can disappear as fast as a slice of Oreo ice cream cake after a Tabata cardio workout. Get fit, guy, you didn't hear that from me. So what's up with that? Old behaviors never stop. When you first create a habit, you form the basic neural connections. And if you try to change later, the old connections are still there. You have to unlearn them or override them. And that's why I try to learn new things right from day one. It's much easier than learning bad habits and then trying to correct them. Under stress, you revert to your earliest learning. School stress probably turns you back into a 10-year-old whose idea of a fun meal is eating pizza through your nose. Hilarious, right? And at college, the night before a final, we've all done it. To change your habits at school, you need to reprogram your brain. Here's how. Noted scholar Frank Perdue once said, parts is parts, and a habit has two parts, the trigger and the behavior. The trigger is the cue that tells your brain, hey brain, it's time for that habit. Triggers are specific. Seeing your textbooks may trigger excitement, curiosity, and studying. Triggers can be internal as well as external. In college, I was doing exercises and body awareness, and I found myself standing in front of the fridge at midnight, but not sure why. I realized that as I was becoming aware of body sensations that I'd never noticed before, well, I learned to feel my body and I would react to any stomach sensation as if it were hunger. So a mild tingling would trigger my midnight fridge trip even though it was a different sensation than hunger. Your brain on vacation is different than your brain at school because your brain at school has familiar triggers and behavior patterns. These are what become those dastardly habits of which you speak. You change your school habits by finding the triggers that happen at school. You see a delicious slice of Oreo ice cream cake being delivered to the next table, and you instantly call the wait person and order one. And by you, of course, I mean me. Or when you see the doors of the elevator, you walk over and push the call button rather than looking for the stairs. Watch yourself closely and identify the triggers that propel you into icky behaviors, and also notice which triggers should propel you into goodness. Now, mentally rehearse the triggers, only rehearse them leading from the trigger into the positive habit instead. First, visualize yourself from the outside as if you were watching a movie of yourself. See yourself noticing the Oreo ice cream cake, smiling and saying, I'll have the fruit cup, please. See yourself walk up to the elevator, look at the doors, and then turn and walk down the stairs instead. Visualize yourself enjoying the new behavior. Picture yourself as the happiest walker downstairs ever. Replay the picture several times until you're satisfied with how it looks from the outside. Next, rehearse it from the inside. Step into the movie you just created and imagine the new habit as if it were happening right now. You see the elevator doors in front of you. You feel your weight start to shift and your eyes glance to see the stairwell door. Then you feel your feet begin to walk to the door. Your hand reaches out and turns the knob and you start to descend, or ascend, whichever the case may be. And if possible, actually go to where you want the habit to kick in and physically rehearse. Do it several times in sequence so that it really gets trained into your brain. Finally, add the secret sauce. Speed. No, not the drug. You've been watching too much Breaking Bad. Go back to the mental movie and run it faster and faster from the inside, starting just before the trigger happens until you're well into your new habit. Do this mentally until you can run the entire movie in under a second. Then step back out of it and watch it from the outside again. This technique is the one that I use to change or start a new habit. It isn't perfect, but it can go a long way. And Carmen, when you get back from vacation, you'll be able to keep those good habits by attaching them to the old triggers. To recap, identify the habits you want to change, find the right trigger, rehearse it from the outside to design how you want to act, and then rehearse it from the inside so you get the muscle memory, and speed it up to start developing that muscle memory. Finally, step back out and use the movie as a guide in the future. This is Steve Robbins. Follow Get It Done Guy on Twitter and Facebook. I partner with highly successful people to help them make their dreams come true. If you want to know more, visit steverrobbins.com. That's SteverRobbins.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.